And that's the voice of Bob Marley, the late Bob Marley. This one is called So Much Trouble in the World. You're locked on to the Clean First Song with FM 99.9. It's 15 minutes after the hour of 12 p.m. At this time, we have a midday news sponsored by Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Find this season's best deals at Courts. Shop today for up to 50% off on your favorite items like the Sony 50-inch 4K Smart TV. It's now just $3,799. Save $1,800. The Ashley Carry-On Love Seat is now only $2,299. Save $700. Save $600 off the Whirlpool 9 cubic foot refrigerator. Now $1,999. And get this Technical Pro rechargeable speaker, now only $849. With Ready Finance, shop today with no cash and get 90 days for your first payment. It's the season's best deals, only at Courts. Courts, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the establishment of the Sandals project at Bocaement here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines has provided new access to the management of airlines to the nation. This is according to Minister of Finance Camilo Gonzalez during an interview with the Agency for Public Information earlier today. The finance minister at the time was discussing the daily Miami flights that are set to commence in March of this year and disclosed that there are plans to announce more flights from another city. We'll hear more from Minister Gonzalez.
We expect also this year to make an announcement. I can't make it yet, but we're very close. Another airline from another city. And the very good thing about the Sandals project is that because Sandals has such good relationships with all of the airlines, when we call these airlines now, we get the top man right away. You know, they before we would call, they would call, say, "Oh, we'll get back to you," and so on. Now they're calling us. We understand you have a Sandals coming. You know, we'd like to talk about getting flying in maybe from another city and another day and another airline. So they've given us a lot more access to the management of these airlines than we had before, and we think we'll have some good announcements about additional airlift into St. Vincent and Grenadines this year.
That was the Minister of Finance, Camilo Gonzalez. The finance minister said he expects this to be of great benefit to the nation's tourism industry, while making mention of the fact that Sandals Hotel as well as the Holiday Inn will be operational by year end. Several Vincentian athletes started their 2023 seasons at new schools in the United States with impressive performances. 2019 double Carifta bronze medalist Yolanda Lewis opened her collegiate indoor career on Friday, January 13th at the Arkansas University Invitational in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Competing in her freshman year at Louisiana Tech University, the sprinter ran the 60-meter dash in a time of 7.61 seconds. The time was the fastest in the semifinal of the event, but she did not compete in the final due to her being scheduled to have a long season. Her next meet is scheduled for Sunday, January 22nd at the KMS Invitational in Birmingham, Alabama. Meanwhile, at the Clemson Invitational on Saturday, triple jumper Mikisha Welcome opened her season in record-breaking fashion. Competing in her senior year at the University of Georgia after transferring from the University of Oklahoma, Welcome finished second in the event, but jumped a national indoor record of 13.66 meters, beating her own previous mark of 13.56 set last year. She will next compete at the Martin Luther King Collegiate Invitational in New Mexico on January 21st. Still on the local scene, comprehensive talks are set to be held pertaining to the future of the Nine Mornings Festival. Chairman of the Nine Mornings Committee, Mr. Bumani Charles, during the prize-giving ceremony held on Saturday, January 14th, said that in-depth assessments will be made with regard to the possible improvements based on observations made during last year's festival. We'll hear more from Mr. Charles.
We will do a fuller discussion sometime, I think, in next month or the month after, where we will invite persons back to have a more comprehensive conversation as to how we go forward. I think we were able to use this year to sort of get back onto the horse, as it were, and to push forward with the festival. But obviously, we would need to do some in-depth assessments as to things that we can improve on, how we guarantee the sustainability of the festival, how do we encourage stakeholders, the nation at large, to recognize this value.
That was the chairman of the Nine Mornings Committee, Mr. Bomani Charles. The chairman said that it is hoped by this value being recognized, there will be a move into a space of professionalism that will be paired with the nation's tourism product. He also emphasized that the Nine Mornings Festival has an immense tourism value and highlighted its importance as part of the cultural heritage of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On to news in the region. A shipment of cocaine valued at about US $50 million was seized in Kingston, Jamaica on Saturday during a multi-agency operation at the port of Kingston. It is believed to be one of the largest drug busts in Jamaica's history. A report from the Jamaica Constabulary Force states that during the operation, which is supported by the JCF Narcotics Division, the Jamaica Defense Force, the JDF, and the Jamaica Customs Agency, the drug, which is estimated to be hundreds of kilograms in weight, was found concealed among the cargo of a vessel, which arrived from South America on Friday. The container was shipped from Colombia, and Jamaican law enforcement authorities believe Jamaica was not the final destination for the drugs, the St. Kitts and Nevis Observer reports. Representatives of both the police and Jamaica Customs have indicated that the operation on the port will continue for an extended period to ensure the integrity of items arriving on the port. It is the third major drug bust over the last 4 months. A 31-year-old woman, Akeisha Roberts, appeared before Grenada St. George's magistrates charged with the offense of causing harm after she allegedly hit a student during a recent incident at a school. The Royal Grenada Police Force, in an official statement, warned people against going to schools and attacking students and staff. In light of the recent incidences of violence and other unacceptable conduct in schools by parents, teachers, and students, the Royal Grenada Police Force appeals to the public to exercise calm and good judgment when dealing with conflicts. We also remind the public that going onto school compounds for the purpose of confronting another person can amount to criminal offenses, and such behavior will be treated with utmost seriousness. The magistrate granted the 31-year-old EC $4,000 bail and ordered that she return to court on February 24, 2023. On the international scene, the U.S. state of California has been hit by a final round of storms, bringing more rain and snow to a state already dealing with the effects of destructive flooding and at least 19 deaths. California has been battered by storms in recent weeks, flooding communities and forcing evacuations. The scale of the damage is still not fully clear. Approximately 25 million people in California were under flood watch at the weekend. The Sacramento office of the National Weather Service, the NWS, said that periods of moderate to heavy snow will continue into Monday. This update has 1 to 3 feet of new snow fell in parts of California's Sierra Nevada range over the weekend, leaving 11,000 homes in the state without power on Sunday, according to a report by the BBC. U.S. President Joe Biden declared a major disaster in California, the country's most populous state, on Saturday night. But there is hope on the horizon, with the NWS saying that drier weather should arrive on Tuesday. And finally, in sports, Emma Raducanu made a positive return to court after her injury scare, moving into the second round of the Australian Open with a straight-set win. On the opening day in Melbourne, the British number one won against Germany's Tamara Korpach. Raducanu, 20, rolled her ankle in Auckland 11 days ago, and a beaming smile after sealing victory showed her joy at coming through her first test. British men's number one Cameron Norrie also advanced with a straight-set win. Norrie, seeded 11th, progressed from the first round for only the second time in 5 attempts after a success over teenage French wildcard Luca Van Asch. Norrie and Raducanu were the only 2 British players to win at Melbourne Park, with Raducanu now set to face American 7th seed Coco Gauff in round 2. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Find the season's best deals at Courts. Shop today for up to 50% off on your favorite items like the Sony 50-inch 4K Smart TV. It's now just $3,799. Save $1,800. The Ashley Callion Love Seat is now only $2,299. Save $700. Save $600 off the Whirlpool 9 cubic foot refrigerator. Now $1,999. And get this Technical Pro rechargeable speaker, now only $849. With Ready Finance, shop today with no cash and get 90 days for your first payment. It's the season's best deals, only at